What's new at Charlie's? What's new at Charlie's? Still on Main. What's new at Charlie's? Tell me what's new at Charlie's? Still on Main.
Hi, welcome back to another edition of What's New at Charlie's. Well, we're back with another 20-year-old rye, Don. Here we are again. Just said last week how rare it is, and we'd be able to find, and now we've been able to find another one. So we got two bottles today. Lock, Stock, and Barrel are the products. I've been a fan for a long time. 13-year Lock, Stock, and Barrel was a big favorite of mine. Went to order more. We ran out here at Charlie's, and it is gone, no more. And now they have a 20-year though. So I'm excited to see what makes a difference. And while I was looking, I found what they call a vatted rye. So of course I had to order it, but I don't know much about it. So, you know, who else would we ask except our good friend, Mr. Don Williams, the bourbon fool. Don, what's a vatted rye, man?
You know, Charlie, again, two bottles is better than one, always.
Always, yeah.
But, you know, a vatted rye in some areas is a blend of all whiskeys from one distillery. It's kind of the blending vat.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
In this case, because they're sourcing from multiple locations, it would just be a blending vat within their distillery, and it's where they do their tasting, their proofing, trying to come up with different combinations.
Sure.
It's another word for blending.
Okay.
Is really what
yeah,
it is.
So it's a blended rye then,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
what are they blending on this? It's a...
Well, you know, the cool thing is that the vatted one is a blend of Indiana, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, and Canadian whiskey.
Wow.
So it's really kind of all over the place, and they're 4 to 18 years old, but they talk about the heart of it being 9 years old. So
Okay.
I would think that would mean the majority of the stock is at least 9 years
It's
old.
at least 9 years old, yeah.
But again, you know, this was created by a husband and wife team, Cooper Spirits.
Okay.
And Robert Cooper and Katie Cooper, he comes from a family that's produced liqueurs for a long time, and he was the founder of the product you call the bartender's ketchup. What is that?
Saint Germain. Saint Germain, yes. Wow, I did not know that. So he started Saint Germain. Yeah, that's the craft bartender ketchup, man. They put it in everything nowadays. So it's good stuff, and I'm sure he made a few bucks off of that one. So, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, they go out. The whole idea behind this is they find really select whiskeys, they blend them appropriately, and they are pretty transparent about it, and they try to put out above average products. You know, that's their goal.
Yeah, no, like I said, I was always a big fan of their 13-year. So it's kind of interesting to hear the backstory on it, where it came from, and what they're still working on. So very cool. So let's go ahead and open up the vatted, see what we got here. It's probably a little hard to see on the camera. It's like a black bottle. It's a very sleek, very cool looking, but not going to pick up too well over there.
Yeah, it's 100 proof, so you know it's middle of the road. But I'm really anxious because it's got a, you know,
Cheers.
They talk about, to avoid the woodiness, they always try to, you know, use ex-bourbon barrels that have been like multiple uses.
Yeah.
So realistically, some of their products are in brand new oak. It's hard to determine which they're using for sure.
Sure. Right.
The other one is brand new oak for sure. This one, it's hard to tell.
Okay.
They don't really disclose it.
All right. Well, I would guess if they're, wow, that's really different. That is really good. I'm guessing though, if they were blending all these different from different places. Some might have been aged in an oak barrel, some might have not been aged in an old oak, some might have been in new, and you're putting it all together, right?
And that's
probably why they don't specify, because it probably could have been a little bit of everything.
And that's where the master taster comes into, because he or she is able to do something very special with all those different flavor profiles.
Well, this is really nice. It's a little sweeter side for a rye, and not as much spice as I would expect.
It is. This one
still has the spice.
This one has a pretty good finish on the backside.
Yeah, it does.
A little bit of a hug, and again, you really would never know that there's something as young as 4 years old in here, because it comes across as older.
Oh, absolutely.
Or as young as 4 years old.
Yeah, sure.
So the combination of 4 to 18 works really well for this product.
Sure it does. Yeah, absolutely. Boy, that's fantastic. Now here we go with the big boy. 20 years old.
20 years old, guaranteed aged in new oak, new charred oak, and they specify that they never toast it. It's just a charred oak barrel.
All right. Yeah. Like I said, once again, great packaging. Pretty professional looking. This is a little pricey, if I remember right. I think this one was a little more reasonable. I think this is a little up there a little bit. I'd have to look. Not really sure. Oh, okay, that's all right. Thought I broke it. Now you can see right off the bat, it's got a little more color to it.
Yep. So this one, I actually saw this one at retail recently. So there are some available in Michigan.
Okay. Remember what it was going for? Or?
It was north of $350.
Okay, sounds about right. Yeah. Cheers, man. Yeah. Well, like I said, right off the bat, you got more color in this one. More oak, more spice.
This one's dramatic. There's a lot going on with this.
Absolutely. What's the proof on this one, Don?
This one is a lot, it's stronger than 100. I'm trying to think of what it was. 112.
112, okay, all right. Yeah, it drinks a little hotter maybe.
Yep. But you and I typically like them a little hotter.
Oh yeah, yeah. I wasn't complaining, just pointing it out.
Wow.
That's pretty complex.
That's got a lot. It's got some molasses. It's got some dried fruit to it. In fact, the fruit's coming out more.
Yeah.
And again, to me, ryes don't have the same nose as a bourbon does typically.
Sure. Yep.
But this one has a good aroma to it. Not overwhelming.
Nope.
But this one is really interesting.
Very nice. Very nice. Once again, proving me wrong that I don't like ryes. I think that's your goal here, Don, just to...
Well,
I guess I'm the guy that picks the bottles out.
It can't be my goal if you're ordering them.
Yes.
But, you know, this is really a great opportunity for people who... it's really hard to go out and just drop $3.50 on a bottle, $350 on a bottle.
Sure.
On the IFCOM.
Yeah.
The fact that you offer these here gives people the opportunity to come in and try something that they normally wouldn't try.
That's our goal. You know, we try to keep it, and I try to keep it reasonable if I can, that you can come in and have an ounce or a swig and see if you like it, and then make your decision. Is it worth going out and chasing for $3.50? So that one's probably worth it.
and I would tell you that they're two very different whiskeys.
Yeah.
I mean, they're similar in a modest way, but this one's the second one is much more complex.
Right.
But they are both very good products.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I would expect nothing less from someone that's, like I said, obviously has a pedigree in blending and mixing and coming up with these great products. So.
And I will tell you something that I've noticed with these ryes is the ryes that we were used to back in the day are becoming much more complex now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different flavor profiles there. It's not just hot and spicy and burns your throat.
Right,
It is
right.
a different kind of product now
Oh yeah,
than there used to be.
that's a very good point, and they're doing a lot more with it. There's people finishing ryes in other casks. You know, you're blending it here. You got 20 years of the wood to put all these flavors in. So yeah, it's not your regular old. I guess that's where my rye phobia comes from, is the old days of just burn it down your throat. So yeah, but great stuff, man. Really good products. Like I said, worth a check out here at Charlie's. If you come by and check them out, see what you think, and then make your own decision. Is it worth chasing a bottle? So I think it might be.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what we're doing, like us on YouTube. It will help us out. And we got a lot of comments on one of your statements last week that the whiskey was quaffable.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A lot of comments
yeah,
on
yeah. Yeah, I could definitely quaff some of that. So that was good stuff. So, all right, Don. Well, thank you for everything. I appreciate you.
And
Cheers, my friend.
cheers. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
What's new at Charlie's? Still on Main. What's new at Charlie's? Tell me what's new at Charlie's?